this can be like a really touchy subject, but we're just going to go for it. So this is my explanation why I think the Snap-on 14.4 is way better than Milwaukee M12. But comment, let me know what you think. So what I have here, die grinder, which I would recommend a battery-powered die grinder, even if you're not Snap-on 14.4. Milwaukee makes them too, but a die grinder is awesome. So I got the die grinder, I got the drill, I got the 3/8 impact, the 3/8 ratchet, standard length, and this utility light. The first thing I'll start with is like the battery tabs. So you see the battery tabs are like a separate little piece of plastic with a little roll pin in them. As where the Milwaukee ones, it's just like a cutout of the bottom. I've seen so many Milwaukee batteries with at least one tab broken off. So these ones are a lot better. I wonder if they're replaceable. I don't know if they are. I've never seen like the little kit, but I'm sure you can find like a kit like on eBay or something. And the next thing, my next reason. So I have pretty big hands, but the ratchet on the Milwaukee it feels like it's too big, and I just can't get my hand around it. As where this one just feels perfect. It's like the right size, it's the right dimension. It feels really, really good. And then another thing is it doesn't have a lever. Like, levers are for air ratchets because the switch was so hard to push. So you don't need a lever on an electric ratchet. So they just have the little button, and it's like, seems to be like the perfect spot, the perfect size. I just really, really like that it's that way. This one has the greasable head. I think the Milwaukees do that too. I'm not 100% sure. I had a Milwaukee M12 ratchet probably like 6 or 7 years ago, and I sold it because I just didn't like it. But this one's really cool that it's got that little greasable head. And these are not the brushless. This is the only brushless tool. But I put a link to all these tools, but they're all the brushless ones because they don't sell these. I'm sure if you have like a local Snap-on dealer, you can find the non-brushless ones, but on the website they don't sell them. The only thing that's changed is this one it's just a light, so it's not brushless anyway. But they did change the part number, if you can see that. So they did change it to it's a 861 instead of so 761 or 7. Let me see. So 761 is the non-brushless version. Oh, you can't see that. 761 is the non-brushless version. And then if it's a brushless version, it's going to be an 861. I didn't know that. My local Snap-on dealer explained that to me. So the only difference on this is they updated the part number just to kind of for consistency, I guess. But this one wouldn't matter anyway because it's a light. But back to different colors. I mean, that's kind of dumb, but it's kind of not dumb either because, like, look, so these two are high vis. These are the same color. This one's actually orange. You could kind of tell the colors are not the same. These two are both red. This one's like an orange color, and it's reflected in the part number where it ends in O. But Milwaukee doesn't have colors. They're all just red. And you can even get, like, pink ones. You can get, like, I think you can get, like, gray ones, and you can get, like, I think you can even get all black ones now, too, in the Snap-on, which is really cool. It's one of my favorite things. The next reason is the switch on the impact. So this is the 3/8 drive impact. I don't have the 1/4 inch or anything, but just the switch, the way that one's forward, one's reverse, instead of like the drill size where you have to, the battery's on, where you have to switch the direction, you have to switch that. So if you're in a really tight spot, this is so much better just to like, you're running and gunning, you can, unscrew, screw, unscrew, unscrew, and it's such a better function to have the switch like that and not have to worry about like switching it or bumping it. I've done that before, like if you're in a tight spot, like if you have this style tool and you're like in a tight spot, you can bump that switch and realize you're in the wrong direction. That's just, and then also the out of warranty repairs. So as far as I know, Milwaukee does have a better warranty. They have, I think, a 7-year warranty, is where these are only 1 year. But if it's out of warranty, it's like $129 to rebuild the tool. I think that's how much it is. It might be different now. But so they rebuild the whole tool. They give you a whole new case. The only thing they reuse is the internals, but the case and everything can be brand new. So if you have one that's kind of messed up, or like this grip's kind of getting a little messed up, they'll just replace it, basically replace it, honestly, without for like 129 bucks, is where Milwaukee you'd have to buy a whole new tool. And then some more little interesting things is like, yeah, it kind of sucks that it doesn't have any way to mount. I've seen people tape these, or kind of, they make, like, there's some, like on Etsy and stuff, there's some 3D printed different like adapters that you can hang these up. But like, what's really cool is the cord comes off, which is nice. The other side of the cord, it's like so cool because it's got the little pass through, as where I haven't seen any Milwaukees like that. So it makes it so much nicer that you don't really take up a plug. So if you have like another charger or something, you can have them both like that. And then also something that I have never seen on the Milwaukees is this little magnet. So this is a little magnet. All right, fix it around. There we go. This is a little magnet. They called it a C boot or something. And just hooks right onto the battery. And it's perfect for this light. Like this light. Some people don't like this light, but I feel like it's the perfect size for what I do. And then it's super bright, and then it's got the magnet so you can stick it, or I've like stuck it on the side, like if you're trying to work on something, or like you can stick it, and then it also has the hook that turns so you can hook it, anything else. Some of the cons to the 14.4 stuff is the battery life. Some people complain about the battery life. I honestly have never experienced that. They all work for me. I kind of keep the batteries charged at irregular intervals. I even have an extra battery that doesn't have a tool, so I can rotate batteries in and out. But I have heard that complaint quite a bit, that people say the battery life on these is not as good. And that kind of leads to, they only make one size battery, which I don't even know what this is. It's 2 amp hour. So this Milwaukee has like, what, 1.5 all the way to like 6 amp hour. So that's, I can understand where that would be different. I've never noticed an issue, but I could definitely see why somebody would want the Milwaukee because the amp hour on the batteries. I know that there's a guy on YouTube. I'll try to see if I can link the video. He actually he took 2 of these batteries and made it like double the thickness and added 2 more cells, which I don't know. I don't know how safe that was. I really wouldn't want to be messing with the battery, but that's kind of cool. I thought that was kind of cool. I'll try to find the video and I'll list it. And then another thing is like the variety. M12 has so many different tools, as where Milwaukee kind of, this is really all they have. Like, they have more than this, but they really only have like mechanic stuff. As well, like M12, you can get like an M12 caulking gun. So like if you do a lot of like windshields or something, or you do a lot of sealant, you could have like a caulking gun. They have like drain snakes. They have all kinds of stuff. So you could basically have like one large battery platform. So another con, I think, is the variety. You can get M12 stuff so many different places. You can get M12 stuff at Home Depot. Amazon is not a retailer or an authorized retailer for Milwaukee, but they do sell it. So you can get Milwaukee M12 stuff everywhere. As where Snap-on, you're limited to the truck or the website. I got some of this stuff used on eBay, but you kind of run a gamble there too, like about buying used stuff. But if you don't have a Snap-on guy, like a regular Snap-on dealer, then yeah, I could see how that could be a con. Or it could be a pro, or it could be a con, because you could buy this stuff on the weekly payments. That could be a pro, or that could be a con. That's a whole different story. But the availability of the stuff, I definitely would say is a con for the Snap-on over a pro, because Milwaukee, you can pretty much get that stuff anywhere. And I think even Matco started selling Milwaukee. Another one is the battery charge time, which again, I have never personally noticed this issue, but it takes 70 minutes to charge these 2 amp hour batteries with this charger. As where Milwaukee, I think it's like 30 minutes. So for me, it's not really a con, but I could see how that would be a con for somebody, is the battery charge time. It's like, say you only had one battery, because these batteries are kind of expensive. These batteries are about 120 bucks. So if you say you had one Ratchet with one battery and it died, you'd have to basically wait the 70 minutes. And that's not good, and you might not be in the situation to buy another battery. So I could definitely say that as a con, just because I personally haven't experienced it. It doesn't matter. So these are my reasonings for why I think the 14.4 is better. Is the battery tabs, is just kind of the shape. Everything feels a lot better. The handles are a lot better. I like the colors. The switches on the ratchets and the guns are better. The out of warranty And all that kind of depends with the warranty and all that. The payments depend on if you have a reliable Snap-on representative. Some people don't. Choosing between Snap-on and Milwaukee Power Tools is a very personal decision, and there's other things that factor into it. So if you have a bunch of like, the nice thing I will say too about like Milwaukee is if you buy an M18 kit, it has the M12 charger built right in. So if you want to add an M12 ratchet, you just need to get the battery and the ratchet. You don't need a charger. It's kind of up to you, and it depends on your circumstances as where. These tools are a little bit more expensive, but as far as longevity and stuff, I'm not sure how that works or not. I think they're probably about equal on that one. I wouldn't consider that a pro nor a con. If you already have a bunch of Milwaukee tools or a bunch of M12 tools or a bunch of M18 stuff, then yeah, stick with Milwaukee. But if you're kind of starting over, it just depends. But then you could fall into the credit trap. It's kind of a clickbaity video, I know, but it's just my personal reasons why I like the Snap-on 14.4, and I'm planning on getting some more stuff. Like, I might get the straight grinder. I'm not really sure yet. I kind of want the longer ratchet or the 1/4-inch drive ratchet, because notice that I've been using this ratchet with a 1/4-inch drive adapter on it a lot. So I'm not really sure yet. And then also is they have a hex driver, which is really cool, because sometimes this is just too big to fit into places. And the flex driver doesn't have the chuck. It just basically has this part, and then it goes into there. So I linked to all the tools, all of these in the description. I've linked all of the brushless versions, because these brush versions you can't seem to find on the website anymore. I'm sure if you have a local dealer, he might have some, or he or she may have some of the non-brushless stuff is available, or some of the user stuff. So what I've noticed about my Snap-on representative recently is he's got a bunch of people have been trading in these 761, the non-brushless, for the brushless stuff. So he's been selling these at like a really good price. Like, comment, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Also, I started a PayPal for donations. If you guys want to donate to the channel, all the money from PayPal is just going to basically go back into the channel. I bought some new mics and some new camera gear recently, so I want to pay for some of that stuff and then maybe get some more stuff, get a laptop or whatever. So any of that's appreciated. Thanks for watching.